Today I'll be demoing a troubleshooting technique for the v12 accounting task. However, there are other troubleshooting avenues that should be explored prior to recreating the accounting task. For example, verifying posting and matching is set to yes, and number of records is greater than 0 in GES BTC. Checking the recurring task start and end time via GES ABA. And also keep in mind the list displayed is not exhaustive. And I would highly recommend searching the knowledge base if you're encountering a specific error. Before we start our demo, I just want to display the accounting task template. So that is in usage, batch server, recurring task. And this accounting task template is typically created during folder validation. So the first install of an X3 folder or an existing folder via the folder migration plan. So I just want to display this. This template allows us the ability to manually recreate the accounting task based upon this accounting task template that's automatically created. All right, so just want to provide some additional information in regards to that. All right, so I'm going to close here. So to start our demo, first we actually need to deactivate the accounting task. So we're going to go back into usage, batch server, accounting task. And as you can see, my recurring task status is active. So we're just going to deactivate the accounting task. All right, and the recurring task status has been set to inactive, so we're going to close there. Next, we're going to navigate to Setup, General Parameters, Parameter Values, and we're going to expand the CPT chapter. We're going to select our folder, and the group is the ACC group. So we're going to select the ellipsis and click Detail. And the mul batch parameter must be set to yes in order for us to manually recreate the accounting task. So mine is already set to yes, but moving forward, if you would like to manually do so, you would need to make sure this value is set to yes. We're going to save even though we didn't make any changes. All right, so now we're going to navigate to Setup, Financials, Accounting Interface, and Accounting Task. All right, so in this screen, you can see that it has the recurring task that's associated with the accounting task. And now, if you look to the far right, there's a delete option that's available. But before deleting, I would highly recommend that a screenshot be taken just for reference purposes, just in case you have some issues recreating. If you need to reference the existing setup that was already in place, I would highly recommend either a screenshot or print screen that you can reference later. All right. So what we're going to do is go ahead and select the delete option to delete the accounting task. And we get this code cancellation prompt. So we're just going to select OK. And then we get a information message just confirming that the accounting task is going to be deleted. So we're going to select OK. All right, so next, to manually recreate the accounting task is pretty simple. Since we already have the template that's already in place, all we have to do is click in the task field, and it pre-populates with the new recurring task. And the criteria here, you don't have to put anything here, but basically this criteria is saying this particular accounting task can be used for any company. But if you want, you can remove that value. It's not necessary. All right, so moving along to posting, of course, needs to be yes. And matching needs to be set to yes as well. And number of records needs to be any value greater than 0. So the seed standard value is 30. Of course, you can change this value according to the amount of journal entries you would like the accounting task to process. So it just depends on your current situation and how many users are posting. You may need to adjust this value, or you can reference the value that was already there prior to you clicking delete and then the screenshot that was taken. All right, so we tap out of that first line, and the second line pre-populates automatically as well. We don't need more than one accounting task at this point, so we're just going to click escape to delete that second line. And then we're going to click save. And as you can see, the description pre-populates with the folder and the task name as well. All right, so we're going to close. So next, we're going to navigate to the recurring task management. So we're going to go on to usage, batch server, and recurring task management. And as we can see here, it has recreated a new recurring task with the associated code from the recreation of the accounting task. So what we need to do is just make sure that we have the right frequency, the right particular days, and the actual start time that we would like the accounting task to run. So I'm just going to modify mine. It's going to run every minute. So pretty much non-stop all day, Monday through Friday, every minute. All right, then we're going to save. Now we're going to make sure our batch server is running. So we're going to go on to administration, endpoints, batch server. And it is indeed running. So in order for the recurring task to actually activate and process, you would need to verify the batch server is actually running. So it is in our case. So just going to go back. And we're going to go back to the accounting task. So usage, batch server, accounting task. And we're going to make sure we activate from here. I want to take a step back. I want to go back to where we are just to make a point here. As you can see, this is inactive. Do not actually select active from the recurring task setup. It is not advised to do so. You only should activate from the actual accounting task function, not the actual recurring task. So once we click activate in the next step, this option will be activated. All right, so I'm just going to go back to the accounting task. So usage, batch server, accounting task. And we're going to click activate. And we do want to start. All right, it's in standby. Okay, let's take a look at the recurring task. All right, it is actually now active. And let's see. Check query management. So it should execute in the next minute or so. Time is, let's check it. There we go. So we have our next execution and it is active. So yes, this was a pretty straightforward demo regarding recreating the accounting task. I hope this is something that's useful that you can put in your troubleshooting tool bag in regards to the V12 accounting task. Yeah, I think it could be useful in many cases where you're having an issue with the accounting task that is folder specific and it's not actually executing any journal entries. All right, so that completes our demo today. Thank you, X3 family, for joining the ride.